CBS Sports HQ presented by Zevo. Big Ten ranked games we've got coming up during week 2 of college football here. Some big spreads. Ohio State favored by 43.5 over Arkansas State. Michigan, though, a whopping 51 over Hawaii. We'll see if maybe Brady or Danny would like to put a little money on that game if they're willing to take the over there. But let's start with Arkansas State at Ohio State. Ohio State now down to 3rd after Georgia jumped them in the rankings there. 43.5, the total 68.5 there. Jackson Smith and Jigba, we're not necessarily sure we're going to see him play. CJ Stroud didn't have his best game. What do you think about this?
So I think this is one of those overreactions to Ohio State. You know, a lot of people saying, oh, what happened to this offense? I mean, maybe they played a really good team in Notre Dame who's better than we thought they were, and Notre Dame will get better as the season goes on and they figure out their offense. But the good news was you saw Ohio State's defense step up, and they're going to need that Ohio State defense to continue to step up because Arkansas State rushed for 339 yards this past weekend in their opener, which was a massive blowout for them. For me, there's a sentiment of, oh, Ohio State's going to figure it out, and they're going to throw it all over the yard, and all of a sudden the offense is just going to be up there putting up massive points. I'm going to wait until I see it. Clearly, they still have all the talent. Clearly, they still have all the weapons. But I think Arkansas State hangs around a little bit in this one. I would not recommend putting anything on this game, but I'm going to go ahead and take the dogs here. Say there's a little bit of overreactions to week 1 and what you think Ohio State's going to be. I want to see what they are before I start betting them with this big of a number by their name. So give me Arkansas State and the 43.5.
Oh, I'm on the other side of this one. I think this is one of those games where you go out and you prove it if you're Ohio State. I mean, for starters, yeah, they played a really good Notre Dame team that basically had a first half go exactly how they needed it to go. And then, Ohio State started to utilize that same exact game plan and beat Notre Dame with it. Whether Jackson Smith and Jigba ends up playing or not doesn't matter. They got Morrison Harrison Jr., they got Emeka Egbuka. They've showcased a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. Even guys that they hadn't contributed before still end up stepping up. So I think this is a better opportunity for CJ Stroud to really respond and recover from what was not his best performance. He got sacked and hit early in that game. And there's something that kind of told me that maybe he got a little bit of happy feet, maybe felt a little bit uneasy, even though Notre Dame really didn't get pressure the rest of the game. It just seemed like he was bothered by something. Maybe not having your best wide receiver was one of it. But I think this is one of those more recommendation games where you're going to see him absolutely go off. Look, I know Arkansas State just drummed Grambling. There's a difference between Hugh Jackson, his first year at Grambling, and Ryan Day that's now built this entire thing up. So this is one where I think Ohio State pulls away in the second half. It is a big number, but we saw the improved defense for Ohio State, which is their biggest Achilles heel. So for Ohio State, I think they're going to have, Arkansas State's going to have a hard time scoring points here. But this is one where CJ Stroud starts to put up those Heisman-like numbers as he climbs back into that conversation.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.